In this video, we are going to build this plug-and-play FM transmitter. You just plug it and play it. And you're now broadcasting music on the FM radio. If you want high-quality audio, you can use a better receiver. In this video, I will also explain how it works. So enough playing, let's start building. So this is the schematic that I made. For this project, you will need to buy these components. Or in my case, I just salvage it from scrap electronics for now. We have an air core inductor. To have this inductor, I wind 6 turns of magnet wire on this 3.5mm jack. And the length of this winding is about 4mm. And I scrape the ends of it to remove the insulation. We also need this male 3.5mm jack. I scrapped this from an old headset. We need exactly this 4-terminal type. I just got this Vero board to 9x4 holes rectangular piece. I begin by planning the placement of the components in this graphing paper in such a way that their terminals can be connected to each other and avoid jumpers. So I inserted the components to their respective place and bend their legs. So now, I start bridging the connections by soldering. We need to solder terminals for the headphone jack. We need to put a terminal using this solid copper wire. Solder the leftmost part and also the next to it. Then we will short out and join the last 2 pads into just one terminal. Now, I soldered it to the board. So, this is the final product. During the first time, plug it in your smartphone. Go to your FM radio and search for the signal which will be a silent spot. If you can't find it, try stretching the coil. In our case, the frequency is specifically on this digital radio. You can see it's 100.8 MHz. Now, let's test it with music. Turn the volume down first, and then plug and play. So there we have it. Our plug and play FM transmitter. No battery needed, just plug and play. This transmitter, by the way, is just a basic one. It can only transmit mono audio, meaning the left and right is just combined into one. This transmitter has also no antenna. In my case, it just works near the receiver, but it can work like in just a small room too, or on an old car with just FM radio. It's quite useful. We can also see that if you put your finger near to it, the frequency shifts. It's not perfect, but it's quite acceptable for its simplicity. So how does it work? So this is the circuit. How does it work without batteries? So this is where the 4-pin headphone jack comes to play. We can see that if we measure the output of this jack, it's about 2 volts. And if we connect an LED to it, it illuminates. If you are wondering why there's a voltage on this, actually, this pin here is for the mic. If you plug your headset, this will power the electret mic in the headset. This is also used to give a click signal. But as we can see, it has only a very little current, just in milliamps. But anyway, I designed the circuit to work in this current. This part here is a single transistor oscillator. As we can see, there's a tank circuit which the resonance frequency is defined by this formula. FM stands for frequency modulation. Basically, this is the carrier, a very high frequency. This is produced by the oscillator, and this is the input at voice frequency, which will be from the phone. So the output will be a signal with a frequency changing higher and then lower with respect to the input signal. In our circuit, the frequency is modulated because we are inputting a current to the base of this transistor, which changes the junction capacitance. So, according to the equation, a change in capacitance will change the frequency. So, in this way, we are crudely having a voltage-controlled oscillator, so it produces FM. The inductance of this coil, by the way, can be approximated using this formula, so we can tune the frequency of this transmitter by changing the length of the coil or the other factors. So that's basically how this plug-and-play FM transmitter works. If you like this video, please hit that like button, share it with your friends, click that subscribe button and bell button if you want more videos like this. See you later on my next videos.